Hi, I'm Chris Seaton, and this is the Sit Down with Chris Seaton. Today's topic: Do you need a lawyer? Many times, as an attorney, I'm asked, Do I really need a lawyer for something? Do I need a lawyer to prepare a will? Do I need a lawyer to create a power of attorney? Do I need a lawyer to handle a speeding ticket? Do I need a lawyer to handle my child custody dispute? The answer in every one of these categories is yes. Spoiler alert, you will always need a lawyer in those situations. It doesn't matter how trivial the event may seem. This is definitely a world where we prefer convenience over actual work, and sometimes it's just easier to buy a form for $9.99 through LegalZoom as opposed to actually sitting down and speaking with an actual person. The problem is the law is a lot more complex than one would actually think when it comes to dealing with specific issues. And even the most trivial of things, like a power of attorney or a will, can turn into real problems later on if you don't have an experienced professional actually address them. Case in point, let's talk about the will, the classic example. Do I need an attorney to prepare a will? Well, no, technically you don't if you want to buy a form for $9.99 at your local office supply store, fill in a few blanks, get it notarized, and have something taken care of. But what happens later on when that will that you put together for $9.99 has a procedural deficiency inside it? And when it's taken to court later on by your family members who want various aspects of things that you've acquired over your life, the will fight begins and your wishes aren't exactly taken into account by the court. Let's talk about the power of attorney. There are many different documents out there that will purport to be a good power of attorney, but only a true experienced legal professional will sit down with you and listen, understand, and articulate into paper exactly what it is you want someone to take care of for you in the event that there is a problem with your power of attorney. Now, let's go on to the more serious stuff. Divorces? Yes, you absolutely need an attorney for your divorce. You signed a contract when you said I do for a marriage, and now you're looking to end that contract and what's essentially a business relationship with someone else that you used to call your schmooky pooky huddle wuggums. Don't you really think that in that moment when your emotions are high and that you have so many things juggling on your plate, you might want to have an experienced professional come in, assess the damage, and figure out some way to take care of the issue? Yeah, I kind of think you do. And even the self-help shops, the ones that say that they can do it for $700 or the flat fee divorce rate ends, well, you're getting what you pay for. Um, and let's talk about criminal justice. Oh, criminal justice is a great one. Uh, you really want to face down a system that is designed from beginning to end to convict you. You really want to go up against a government that seeks a conviction, not justice. You really want to go it alone against an organization, an entity that has countless resources at its disposal just because you think you can talk your way out of it in front of a judge. It doesn't always happen that way, even if you are an attorney. That's why lawyers lawyer up whenever there's an issue. So, yes, the answer in the end becomes for everything. Do you need a lawyer? Yes, you do. And it's really not that hard to find one. All you have to do is just ask around. Even if you just do a quick Google search, you'll find an attorney near you. Look up, ask your friends about it. They may have actually seen somebody. But don't go it alone in the legal system. There's a reason that people who are lawyers have to go through college, have to go through 3 years of professional training, have to take a test in ethics to make sure that they're actually good enough and competent enough to do their jobs and not take all your money in the process in an underhanded fashion, then take another test to make sure that they're at least minimally competent to get through and practice. Even still, every year we're one of the few professions that's required to actually continually update our knowledge on what we do. So the next time you think you don't need a lawyer or you're asking yourself a legal question and say, do I need a lawyer? The answer is always yes, 110% yes, you need a lawyer. Go find one immediately. Don't ask yourself the question anymore. Don't try to reflect. Yes, you need a lawyer for whatever legal situation you have. I'm Chris Seaton. This is the Sit Down with Chris Seaton. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of The Sit Down with Chris Seaton. We hope to bring you more content like this in the future, so if you like what you saw, tell a friend, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter at CLSESQ, Instagram at CLS.ESQ, Snapchat, CLSESQ. Just basically look for CLSESQ anywhere and you can find us. Also, we do a podcast every week called The Sit Down with Chris Seaton, which you can find on iTunes, Stitcher, Tuned In, and wherever great podcasts are found or sold. That's where we cover a few more things that you might find interesting, and stick around. We got a lot more to come. Peace.